Hello and welcome to Ignition Legends channel, the place where iconic cars are getting the attention they deserve. In today's episode, we will talk about one of the most iconic brands ever existed, Porsche. We will focus on the car that made Porsche known everywhere in the world, the 911. The Porsche 911 is among the most legendary and lasting sports cars in car history. Since its debut in 1964, the 911 has become a symbol of performance, engineering mastery, and classic design. Created as the successor to the Porsche 356, the brand's first production vehicle, the 911, was designed to be more powerful and contemporary to compete in the expanding sports. The 911 was designed by Ferdinand Alexander Butzi Porsche, the grandson of Porsche founder. The car featured a distinctive silhouette with a sloping roofline, round headlights, and a rear engine layout. Originally unveiled at the 1963 Frankfurt Motor Show as the 901, the car was renamed 911 in 1964 due to a naming dispute with Peugeot, which had trademarked three-digit numbers with a 0 in the middle. The Porsche 911 is one of the most iconic and enduring sports cars in automotive history. The legendary Porsche 356 was the first production automobile from Porsche. The 356 played a crucial role in establishing Porsche's reputation for high-performance, well-engineered vehicles and inspired Alexander Porsche to design the monumental 911. The original 911 featured a 2 litres air-cooled flat-six engine producing 130 horsepower, which was later increased to 150 horsepower. The first-generation 911 established the car's reputation for performance and handling, despite its challenging rear-engine dynamics. The first-generation key models include the 911S, the 911 Targa, and the 911 Carrera RS, culminating with the 911 Turbo. This last model of the first generation had a massive 3 litres engine, producing 260 horsepower. The whale-tail rear spoiler and the exhilarating performance made the 911 Turbo a public favorite. From the removable roof of the Targa with its safety convertible design to the track-oriented Carrera RS designed for homologation in the Group 4 racing, the first generation of Porsche 911 proved to the world that is a name that will make history. The 911 is the vehicle that stamped the Porsche name onto the everlasting Hall of Fame of automotive history. As Ferdinand Porsche said, "It's not technology that makes history, but the people who invented it." From the famous racetracks to the busy streets of the large metropolis, the Porsche 911 proved that it was not just a car, but a symbol of power and precision. Its sleek design and roaring engine commanded attention wherever it went. The legacy of the Porsche 911 extended beyond its performance on the racetrack. It became a cultural icon, embodying the fusion of luxury and speed. Enthusiasts reveled in the thrill of driving a machine that was not just a mode of transportation, but an experience in itself. It featured a timeless, sleek and aerodynamic shape with a sloping roofline, round headlights, and a distinctive rear fender design. This iconic design not only captured the essence of speed and performance, but also embodied a legacy of sophistication and precision. The Porsche 911's distinctive silhouette became a symbol of automotive excellence, setting the benchmark for sports cars around the world. Its seamless blend of form and function continues to inspire admiration and awe, cementing its place as a true masterpiece of automotive design. Its lightweight construction and balanced chassis made it a joy to drive, with precise steering and responsive handling. The 911 featured an independent suspension system with McPherson struts at the front and semi-trailing arms at the rear. The first-generation 911 laid the foundation for Porsche's future success in motorsport, particularly in endurance racing and rallying. Ferdinand Butzi Porsche, the grandson of Ferdinand Porsche and Erwin Kommender, continued the legacy of Ferdinand Ferry Porsche, designing a worthy successor of Porsche 365. While the first-generation 911 didn't always win outright in major races, It was a consistent class winner in GT and touring car categories. The interior was driver FentiCap with a simple yet elegant layout and a 5-gauge instrument cluster. The first-generation Porsche 911 quickly established itself as a formidable competitor in motorsport. Wins at Monte Carlo Rally, European Rally Championship, Tour de France Automobile, Targa Florio, or East African Safari Rally, Daytona 24 Hours or Nürburgring 1000 kilometers paved the way for more advanced 911 models. The Porsche 911 had etched itself into the fabric of automotive history, leaving an indelible mark for generations to come. Porsche decided to take seriously its success over the ocean and attack the US market. To meet the US regulations, the G-Series introduced impact-absorbing bumpers and improved interior ergonomics. This generation marked a significant evolution of the 911, introducing modern safety and emissions features while retaining the core characteristics that made the 911 iconic. A more modern interior with improved ergonomics and materials was used for the G-Series. Some models got wider wheel arches to accommodate larger tires. The G-Series 911 featured a range of air-cooled flat-six engines, starting with the 2.7-litre engine and later expanding to 3-litre and 3.2-litre variants. Power outputs ranged from 150 horsepower in base models to 231 horsepower in the high-performance 911. Carrera 3.2 fuel injection became standard, replacing carburetors for better performance, and the G-Series retained the rear engine layout and refined the suspension for better handling and stability. The G-Series 911 was the last generation to feature the classic impact bumper design, which became a defining characteristic of 1970S and 1980S Porsches. This engine featured aluminium alloy crankcases and cylinders, reducing weight and improving heat dissipation. The G-Series 911 transitioned from carburetors to mechanical fuel injection, MFI, and later Bosch KJ-Tronic fuel injection. The Porsche 911 SC's wheels, showcasing the unique alloy design and the Porsche crest in the center cap. The turbocharging technology pioneered in the 911 Turbo 930 became a cornerstone of Porsche's high-performance models. The turbocharging technology pioneered in the 911 Turbo 930 became a cornerstone of Porsche's high-performance models. The G-Series engines are celebrated for their durability, performance, and engineering excellence, making them highly sought after by collectors and enthusiasts. The G-Series was the longest-running generation of the 911, with a production span of 15 years. The 911 Turbo 930 was nicknamed the Widowmaker due to its challenging handling characteristics at the limit. To meet stricter emission standards, Porsche introduced thermal reactors and catalytic converters in certain markets. The third generation of the Porsche 911, known internally as the G-Series or 911 Carrera 19741989, marked a significant evolution in the 911's history. It was the first 911 to feature all-wheel drive, a redesigned suspension, and advanced electronics, making it a bridge between the classic air-cooled 911S and the more modern models that followed. The 964 introduced a completely redesigned suspension system, replacing the torsion bar setup with coil springs and shock absorbers. The 964 retained the iconic 911 silhouette, but featured updated styling with smoother lines, integrated bumpers, and a more aerodynamic shape. Notable design elements for this third generation included a retractable rear spoiler that automatically deployed at high speeds, wider wheel arches to accommodate larger tires, a more modern interior with improved ergonomics and luxury features. The power output of the third generation ranged from 247 horsepower in the base Carrera models to up to 380 horsepower in the Turbo S. The Carrera 4 model introduced all-wheel drive, a first for the 911, enhancing traction and stability. The 964 offered a 5-speed manual transmission or an optional 4-speed Tiptronic, a first for the 911. 3rd Gen featured power steering and anti-lock brakes (ABS) as standard, improving drivability and safety. The 3rd generation of 911 offered different 5 models: Carrera 2 and Carrera 4, the 911 Turbo or the 965, the Turbo S, and Turbo 3.6 litres, the Carrera RS, and the Speedster. The 964 was powered by an air-cooled 3.6-litre flat-six engine, which replaced the 3.2-litre engine of the G series. The engine featured dual ignition, 2 spark plugs per cylinder, for improved combustion efficiency and performance. The Tiptronic automatic transmission was a groundbreaking innovation, offering both manual and automatic driving modes. It soon made its way in other brands of Volkswagen Group. Porsche 964 won Porsche Carrera Cup, 24 Hours of Le Mans, IMSA GT Championship, the European Rally, the Targa Florio and Nürburgring 24 Hours. The 964S innovations, such as all-wheel drive and advanced electronics, set new standards for sports cars. The 964 is often regarded as one of the most balanced and driver-focused 911S, combining modern technology with classic Porsche character. It laid the groundwork for future 911 generations, including the 993, which would be the last air-cooled 911. The path to automotive greatness has been laid down with yet another exceptional Porsche generation, the 4th. It was the last 911 to feature an air-cooled engine, making it highly sought after by enthusiasts and collectors. The 993 introduced significant advancements in design, performance and technology, solidifying its place as a modern classic. The 993 featured a more refined and aerodynamic design compared to its predecessor, the 964. Inside the interior of the 993, everything present is essential. The indicators are impressive, button arrangements are atypical, and the controls aren't located where you might anticipate. The iconic retractable rear spoiler was retained, automatically deploying at high speeds. The 993 was the last 911 to feature an air-cooled engine. The 993's multi-bank rear suspension was so advanced that it was carried over to the water-cooled 990. The 993 was powered by an air-cooled 3.6-litre flat-six engine, which was further refined from the 964. The 993 is often regarded as the pinnacle of air-cooled 911S, combining classic engineering with modern refinements. Its advanced suspension, all-wheel drive and turbocharged engines set new standards for performance and handling. The 993 also featured lightweight alloy components and improved braking systems. The engine featured VarioCam, variable valve timing, which improved performance, fuel efficiency and emissions. The 993 introduced a multi-bent rear suspension, a significant improvement over the previous torsion bar setup. The Carrera and Carrera S models served as the foundation of the lineup, leading to the 993 Turbo, which debuted in 1995 and boasted a 3.6-litre twin turbocharged engine generating 408 horsepower. The most potent 911 GT2 achieved 190 miles per hour, accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in an impressive 3.9 seconds. The 993 is highly sought after by collectors for its blend of classic engineering and modern performance.